So, of course, we want to start this off right. Okay. To Spirit Mystic blogspot.com for products and services. And, of course, check it at least once a week because, of course, we have events that we're going to be doing. Oh, excuse me. Anywho, so of course I just finished eating my dinner, honey. It was some lasagna, ooh, with some fruschetta, with some bruschetta. Oh, girl, it was so good. Anywho, so, of course, you can email me at 28spirit8missy8 at gmail.com if you have any questions about products and services. As I mentioned before, and I will say this again probably every time I come on here, okay, if you're wanting me to give you a phone call, there's a consultation fee that have to be sent over, and then we do the consultation. I do not just reach out to people, just call people. Once again, we talked about this before because there's a lot of people that like to, what would you call that? They like to just see who's going to take I don't know. Anyway, fishing for spiritualists. I don't know what would you call that? So like I said, I want to make sure it's legit. I want to make sure you are serious about doing what it is that you say you're doing, and it's not just about hear my story. Okay. So of course, always remember that, like I said, okay. And of course, for those people who also refer people out, don't forget that. So like I said, last night there was a lot of stuff I wanted to talk about. And of course, I was so drained. Okay. Even now, okay, I did a little bit of light stuff today. Today was kind of like my day off, but I did a lot of organizing and did some other things that I'm going to be doing later on here. Okay. But of course, I'm doing kind of a recap, or not a recap, but I guess you said part two of what we talked about last night, or kind of what I was mentioning last night. So, and of course, I want to just say something. So, of course, as always, shout out to my supporters, my contributors, sponsors, gifters, whatever you want to call yourself. I'm very appreciative in what you guys do. The haters are just so upset. Today they tried something. Like I said, we're going to talk about it. It's like clockwork. It's like clockwork. And it makes me feel like I'm really that girl. Like when I tell people I'm not a egotistical, narcissistic, self-centered individual. I'm actually, you know, I like to be in the background, as I mentioned before. Going into my clients and the work I do with people, I'm not trying to be in the forefront of everything. Hi, I'm the reader. I'm this to the stars and this that. That's not my job. My job is to assist you on your healing process, and that's it. I'm not here, like I said, to be that ride or die best friend with you. And oh my God, you got to mention me and you got to give me credit for this and that. No, you don't have to do all that. The spirit knows what I've done. And of course, it's all about spiritual ranking for me. Okay. The flesh will decay, rot, and stay in this realm. The spirit will keep evolving, keep growing, and keep, being awesome. I can only speak for myself. Okay. So two things I want to talk about. I want to leave something with you as well. And I want to get into this. So of course we have synergy and we have energy. Okay, you could do your research on exactly what all this mean, verbatim. But synergy, of course, is when two or more energies or two or more substances, agents, persons, places, and things come together and they actually magnify, right? Multiply in power. Okay, and of course, we're going into power being one person. That's great. You have the idea, you're the creator, you're creative, and then you reach out to another individual who's also creative, who's also powerful in their own way, and together you guys come together and you make something beautiful. Okay. And then of course, going into energy, everything is energy. Thought is energy, movement is energy, talking is energy, all the good stuff is all this is energy. So I'm saying all this to say, you want to be very mindful because I get so many emails about stuff like this. And of course, I don't want to get too loud. I can tell y'all, past 10 o'clock, honey, in this area. Okay, because I live in a very white area, honey. You cannot be loud. Okay, bitch. They will shut you down. Excuse me, knock, knock. Hey, hi. What's going on here, babe? Anywho, so and my windows are always, yeah, it's cracked right now. So um the reason why, like I said, I want to talk about this because a lot of people they don't know this. They don't really give a fuck about this, and this is why you keep doing the same rituals over and over, over and over, over, and you're not getting your results, or it's kind of taking too long for your results to come through. Like I said before, if you're dealing with something for years, to say like we'll just say unruly. lioness, cheating man, and maybe you're trying to, the good is better than the bad, and maybe you're trying to just sweeten up the bad areas and hope this person become the first, the man that you originally fell in love with, and you've been noticing this for over the past 5 to 7 years. That should take about a good year, 2 years, depending on the situation, to really see a full 360 with that energy, because it's not just about candle work. It's not just about meditation. It's like really, really working on the mundane stuff as well. Like I said before, we're interdimensional beings, and everything has to be tackled on multi levels and multi planes. And of course, if you do not understand how the realms and the planes and the frequencies and vibrations operate, then of course you're wasting your time, you're wasting your money. And of course, the haters does not like that, because I'm educating you guys and I'm awakening you guys to what is real. And like I said, what is to come, as we talked about back in the day. A lot of you are not going to survive it, and you're not ready for it. And we're talking about spiritually. Everybody putting the physical stuff on it, and this is going to happen, that's going to happen. No, we're talking about spiritual shutdown. That's what we're talking about here. So, of course, you have people that are just trying to capitalize and profit off of keeping you asleep, as the people or the powers that be have been doing so for thousands of years. And it's more hurtful and more nasty when you have people who are not even connected to anything great. They're just minions, soulless, minions that are under mind control, and energies are sent to them because they're sick in the body, they're sick in the mind, they're sick in the spirit. So of course some of this stuff is diagnosed as schizophrenia, bipolar, and all the good stuff. And like I said, we're going to keep it there. Okay. um, these things are diagnosed as that, when this is actually people that are under attack, right? Frequency wise, right? They're doing things to keep their frequency low, and energies are coming in, and they're getting them right together, and they're tampering with them. Okay. So, like I said before, it's very, very, very important to awaken your inner self. It's very, very important to awaken and keep your spirits and your ancestors strong, so you can fight the spiritual warfare that is constantly taking place. We know the Bible speaks about a spiritual warfare. You're not wrestling with flesh and blood, but you're wrestling with spirits and principalities and powers. So either way, that's what it comes down to. It comes down to you wrestling with energies that are even greater, right? Even greater. Oh, hold on, you guys. Hold on. Shit. Hold on, y'all. Give me one moment, honey. Can I mute this? go. Ooh, so some drama happened, y'all. Oh my goodness. I'm not even gonna say I'm not even gonna say what drama happens right now, y'all. But girl, anywho, come on in here. I eat pet. Come on here, Jay. Yes, out of elements, fire really the greatest of the spirit. So out of the elements, is the fire really the greatest, or spirit that is? Spirit is greater than all the elements. Come on here, Jalia. How is the situation there? Here in Germany right now, in order to continue working their job, people have to either be vaccinated or tested each day before work. Oh, EPEC. I don't know about the working first because I do not work a 9 to 5 job. But I do know who I'm out of breath on that too. Whew, hold on. Let me catch my breath. I do not work a 9 to 5 job, so I'm not aware of how that go. But yeah, so I don't know how it is. I do know that some jobs are requiring for you to get vaccinated. Some jobs are not requiring for you to be vaccinated. So it just depends on the work you do. I do feel like okay, we'll say 50-50. We'll say them mandatory vaccination for everybody, or you're not going to be able to work, or you have to test positive on all the good stuff. That's a good chance. I would say 80% chance. I do feel like there's a chance of things being turned around. And of course, I don't want to get too political on here because we talked about this before. That shit, they already kind of shadow banned me on motherfucking YouTube. And bitch, if you're putting out wrong information, now they're trying to say misinformation, all that sort of bullshit. So yeah, honey, like I said, yeah, I can't really, get into that. But I like I said, some people are, yeah, the people I know that work 9 to 5 jobs, they're definitely everything is still good with them. Okay, and you probably left, honey. Come on here, I'm Dee Dee. Yes, honey. So listen, the Marion variant. So listen, yeah, I'm gonna have to make this very quick. I'm gonna have to come back probably a little later. So I just want to say that about the energy. Make sure that your energy is positive. Make sure your energy is pure, and also keep your distance from people when you're doing workings. A lot of people are doing energy work with people, work on people, and they're mixing it. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna, we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna keep it. I won't get too far into it because I gotta go now. Something happened between someone I know and someone, a friend or family or something. Okay. They're trying to befriend. They were trying to mingle, right? They were trying to, hang out with people. And in the process, they're doing spiritual work. And I'm like, honey, listen, when it comes to energy, okay, and synergy and connecting things, right, to get greater results, right, you have to be very mindful of what energy you're entertaining. And for me, and like I said, maybe we're going to keep this here too. When I do workings for myself, for other people, on other people, like I said, once again, that's why I think a lot of people don't do work for other people because people just don't know how to follow directions. And the outcome of your work is solely based on you. You can't really, point any fingers at me or whatever, because bitch, you didn't want to listen. You did what you wanted to do, so bitch, you got to deal with it. But either way, when it comes down to, I gotta call somebody on that too, y'all. When it comes down, okay, when it comes down to doing work with people and doing work on people or doing work, period, you're trying to pull energy to you. So you're high right now. You're vibrating at a higher frequency dealing with people personally, unless of course you go to school, you work, you go to school, you go to work, that's totally different. When it's hanging out with friends and people you don't really have to deal with, like I said, I don't hang out with people. I don't do things with people. I'm doing energetic work. I only do things that I have to do. Once again, have to do. Like, for example, working, example, going out to eat, like going grocery shopping. Like I said, I have to do those things. But me just hanging out with friends and let's go get a burger, let's go get some coffee, let's go get AB. Yeah, mama, I don't got time for that. So yeah, like I said, I don't got time for that, honey. So I'm like, yeah, mama. So keep that in mind, you guys. And y'all, I'm a little distracted now because I literally was gonna come on here, and of course, like I said, I'm still gonna talk about a little bit of stuff I want to talk about. But something actually went down, okay, and I'm waiting for a phone call and all the good stuff. But anyway, But something went down. I'm a little distracted now because now I got to make some damn phone calls and shit, and all that good stuff, honey. So, anywho, going into this, I woke up this morning because I don't want to leave y'all without this, honey. So, going this morning, I woke up this morning and I had a login allegedly. Somebody was trying to log in, not allegedly, apparently. Somebody was trying to log into my Facebook account and it tells me that, unsolicited, whatever, whatever, whatever. But then, like 2, 3 hours later, I get an alert that somebody was trying to post something on an escorting app or something like that, like skip the games or something. And I got screenshots of this too, y'all, by the way. I would never post any escorting ads or any type of adult entertainment ads outside of my cam show stuff. So let me tell you this, I don't mix stuff together, okay? For stalkers, for security reasons, I don't take, sites that I have emails on, like Cam Show, and make ads with that so people could Google that email and then stalk me. I don't do that. So it's quite funny that these V's and these T's and these K's, they still up on this 5 years later because and like I said, they're so booked and they're so busy. And I doubt that people are doing this for them. They're so booked, they're so busy, but they still checking in on me and they so pressed about what I'm doing. That's why I said I'm gonna come harder. I'm gonna come stronger. They don't want to see me come on here every fucking day. So, bitch, we're gonna come on here every day for five, even if it's 30 minutes. We're gonna come on here every fucking day. And even if it means come on the daytime, I'm gonna come on in the motherfucking daytime. Because I want you to just be so annoyed with my presence. I want to be so annoyed with my truth. I want you to be so annoyed with the spirit, okay, that you wish you had. You know nothing about what you do, and you're upset because people are becoming awakened to the bullshit that you guys got going on. Even when as far as like making fake emails and shit, it's just like gutter girl. This goes into how powerless you are. Because even going into, and some that I kind of mentioned too, one of the girls came in here and they had a profile of my sister. Now, mind you, that means that these people have to really do some digging. And I told y'all there's a spiritualist right now that's being exposed. Just so happens she's an African American woman as well. She's being exposed for the Midwest. She's being exposed for the fraud that she's been doing and how she liked to investigate people. And this I tell y'all, I don't want you when you guys send me from work. Don't send me, even if you don't sing your full birthday. You can sing your first, what is it, the month and the year. You can send me even over your initials, but for sure I want your motherfucking picture because I need to see your energy. I need to see what exactly is going on. And I don't have to do all that, but it makes it easier for me. As I mentioned before, when it comes to being a real reader and you're able to tap into people's vibrations and energies, you could do that with a voice. Honey, I don't have to see pictures. Like I said, for me, I want to see because a lot of bullshit is taking place on the internet and we'll keep it there. But this person was exposed for basically having people to research people for them. And also, I'm going to make this a 362 because I want to clarify. And if anybody, and of course, they can come live on here, we'll do a live call in, StreamYard, so they can come on and they can say this. Okay. So this person was hiring people to do background checks on people. And when she was giving these people these readings, and I knew it because the bitch is over here smoking weed, smoking black and mouse, and drinking and shit. And I'm just like, how are you doing readings low vibrationally? Because even those who are satanic and Lucifer and stuff like that, they still got to raise that frequency up when they're doing that type of reading. So how are you doing that? So that's just what I was thinking from the outside. And then when she starts speaking of the Orishas and the Loas, and I'm just like, yeah, but the way you carry yourself, there's no way you're connected to that type of energy. So it's like, yeah, Anywho, they exposed her. And right now, it's been going on for a good 2 weeks now. And mama is just feeling some type of way about it. And mama's making threats to people. And I'm like, why did this feel like the same thing with these basic ass people, these old ass women that have nothing else better to do but just watch me? There's millions of YouTube channels. Like I tell y'all, right hand up, I don't go checking on none of these people. Okay. And I'm gonna keep saying this because it's kind of annoying, but it's like, bitch, you think you fucking shit up and you're not fucking shit up. Your powers are not working. Going into even if you think that I'm still escorting and prostitute, whatever you fuck you think you got going on, bitch, I'm not a broke bitch. Whatever the fuck you think you got, whatever, oh, well, we'll just show y'all that this bitch ain't making money spiritually. This bitch is whatever you think you're trying to build, baby girl. Like I said, I have people that I can call that can vouch. They come in here and say, bitch, I don't escort, I don't do none of that. I manage people now, bitch. I don't have to get out and shake a titty and shake a ass, girl. I have people that does that and give me a portion of that, mama. I don't have to do it. So, like I said, I don't know what they're trying to build up and what they think it's gonna do. But at the end of the day, like I said before, I'm not ashamed of anything that I've done in the past. I'm not ashamed of anything I'm going to do in the future when it comes to surviving for me without bringing harm to other people. I don't have a criminal record. I never stole anything out of a store. I never wrote a bounce check. I never done anything illegal or fraudulently to get ahead. Everything that I've gotten, everything I've worked for honestly. Okay, I don't fit a stereotype when it comes to a Black American person. I mean, that's why a lot of these hoes be so upset and they so offended because, bitch, you fit the stereotype and ain't nobody really fucking with you. Ain't nobody really fuck. When I would say nobody, the only people that fuck with you are people that you want to keep asleep. And that's why you bothered by me. So, like I said, I don't check on them. I don't send people to go check on them. Even going into these people that come into this room and we talk about the Mystic Incorporated or Mystic Investigatory Agency. Remember we talked about that before in the past, y'all. All that was me being funny, me trolling, because I knew bitches were watching me, and I knew that everything I said and everything I do, it was gonna bother them. So that was me being funny and saying, Mystic Investigatory. But I wasn't sending people whoever they say, Anthony, whoever they say, all these other people that they talk about. I wasn't sending these people to check on y'all. I'm too fucking busy. Bitch, like, I don't give a fuck about none of you hoes on this motherfucking internet. I'm talking about, and I got to clarify because my sister said you need to clarify. When it comes to these spiritual people, when it comes to these people that offer spiritual services, high piece of shit, basic ass witch crew, spirit of lies, like, bitch, I don't care for these people. We're not on the same level. We're not on the same, vernacular, the same dialect, the same spiritual experience. So, bitch, there's no point in me checking in and see what the fuck you got going on. I think a lot of you guys are mentally challenged. I think you're special needs. And I don't find humor, or I don't think it's fun to make fun of people like that. So I'm not checking in. And even when people have caught my phone and they said, hey, have you heard of this person, that person? I've hung up on people. Like, bitch, we're not gonna sit on my motherfucking phone that I fucking pay to talk about any basic ass motherfucking witch wannabe bitch. Hey, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. So, like I said, it has come down. It has come down to people really, once again, trolling. And it's sad because these are grown people. These are people that have kids. These are people that have grandkids. These are people that are allegedly, they've been doing this for 20 years, they mama. And like I said, ain't nobody mad but people that are getting their lives exposed. Because nothing that you think that you have on me or nothing that you think you can talk about is exposed to any fucking thing. Because it's not going to stop me from being who I am. It's not going to stop me from getting ahead. But the fact that you can't be honest about your criminal record, the fact you can't be honest about how you couldn't afford to pay your bills, that you have to file bankruptcy, that you have people out there saying, well, there's nothing wrong with that because I have to file bankruptcy. Bitch, listen, like I said, I'm not knocking anybody for what they got going on, but bitch, when it comes to being smart and being financially responsible, and once again, when it goes into you being a witch and you know about this shit and you grew up with this thing, your grandma was a witch, how did you not know about money rituals and shit to stop yourself from losing your home? Because bankruptcy means a bitch you overdid yourself. You were living beyond your means. That's what that means. It does not mean that, oh, I thought I could afford it and something happened and I couldn't. No, honey, it means that bitch you knew you couldn't afford it and you just said, fuck it. Let me do it because I need to live that life. And I said this, and I will always say this: when you try to outdo people, you try to prove a point to people, or what you do is not righteously and divinely yours, that means it's not to better yourself for you, but you're doing it to show off for other people. Sometimes spirit will come in and say, let me take it back. Let me take it back. And so that's what it comes down to when it came down to all that stuff. Like I said, I don't feel sorry for anything that I said. I'm not taking it back neither. Okay, we all have a mind. Some of us choose to use our brain, and some of us think about our future and the legacy that we're going to live behind. And some people just don't give a fuck. I don't care. I do what I want to do. It all come back. Yeah, you feel like somebody owe you something. And once again, going into brokenness. And I know some people are like, ooh, girl, ooh, you could be upset about it all day long. But bitch, like I said, this is why your magic ain't manifesting. This is why you have to continue to do things physically, because you have broken pieces, and whatever your manifest is being scattered. Everything is over here. Everything is just spread out. So energy is coming here, coming. So you're just like, what am I doing? How? You need to get your shit together. And like I said, going into the people who were antagonizing, like I said, and we got past this, but going into people like sending, WP and them videos and stuff, make it seem like it was enemies, and then they sending me emails like, "Are you sending people to email us? Are you email us yourself, baby girl?" I done blew up twice on y'all asses since 20 motherfucking 17. Bitch, I done grew up, blew up, flew up twice on y'all asses. Each time you saw me relocate, bitch, that was from my accomplishments. That was from me saying, bitch, it's time for me to move to a better space so that I can evolve spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. It was no eviction, it was no bankruptcy, it was no bitch, you gotta go. It was none of that. It was none of that. So, like I said, I didn't have time to check in on what other people got going on. I was here to provide a service. I was not here to compete with people because once again, I don't give a fuck about what y'all got going on. And once again, I'm talking to the spiritual advisors out there, the spiritual people. You can play with these other people and email them and go back and forth. But like I said, you're arguing with yourself. You think you're arguing with me because bitch, we're not on the same level. We're not on the same level. We're not on the motherfucking same level at all. And so, like I said, people were coming in and like I said, they were sending videos over and they thought they were helping me. And even when I did videos that they said they were watching, I'm like, listen, leave it alone. Even now, like I said, I think two of them are throwing temper tantrums. And they're like, oh, well, the bitch wanted to cuss me out and all I want to do is help the bitch and then fuck her too. Yeah, well, fuck me all the way. Bitch, I don't need you to fight no battles for me. Ain't no internet fucking balling and gang stuff here, bitch. Like I said, it gets real in real life. Ain't no internet back and forth. Ain't no, I'm about to sit here and let me take her channel down. Let me flag her TikTok. Let me go to, girl, like I said, nobody got time for that. Bitch, I'm trying to manifest the life that you hoes should have been living. The shit that you guys should be having by the time you're fucking 50. Okay. That means you retired, what, 50, 62? You got no retirement. You got no fucking 401k. Like, bitch, the shit that you should be having, I was working for. I was working towards. I'm still doing that. That's what I'm focused on. You just so happen y'all made y'all way over here. Like I said, going back into 2017, y'all made y'all ugly ass ways over here. One checking on y'all. I didn't give a fuck about y'all. Still down. Still down. And like my sister said, yeah, they want you to give into some. No, bitch, we already know what they want. We already know what they want, girl. They made it loud and clear, girl. You had Piglet, you had all these people. Oh my God, yes. And they got Victoria and they took the bitch shot. Listen, girl, y'all on YouTube to collect a check. If y'all think that YouTube channel that got taken down messed up anything in any way, shape, or form, outside of a following, once again, you have a 10% rule when it comes to followers. If you have 7,500 people on your list, you have about seven. Now, of course, they're saying 7,500, 7,500. You have about 75 people that are constantly interacting with you, constantly paying for shit. And even for some people, it's less than that. You probably have about 3 or 4 people, that's regularly contributing. So it's like when it comes to that, honey, like I said, girl, I didn't care about that. I still don't. Like I said, I'm here to help people. And like I said, the only reason why I'm still here, once again, taking my time out and coming here and still giving out knowledge and doing class and stuff like that, because there's people that want it. I'm not here because it's cute and oh, look at me. I need validation. I need attention. I get that from my mama. I get that from my dad. I get that from my cousin. I get that from my brothers, my nieces, my nephews. I get that from my friends. I don't have to come on here for that. So the fact is that y'all still trying to, do this little, Patreon and all. Like I said, I don't give a fuck about that, sis. I'm letting it collect because I'm never going to tell you what I'm doing. You want me to tell you what I'm doing? You want me to, like I said, you're not going to see it coming. You're not going to see it coming, girl. You don't let the left hand know what the right hand doing. You will never know what the fuck I'm doing until it build up. Like the FBI, they build up cases on you. They have files on you, and then they go for you. They see you do one thing, and we gonna hit you. Bitch, they let that shit build up for years, and then finally, okay, we got enough evidence now, girl. Ain't the way you get now, and that's how I motherfucking operate. Bitch, you think it's cute and you doing these little videos and you saying this and that and you sending little emails and stuff. Oh, bitch, I'm not responding, but those emails are being saved and sent over. Trust when I tell you that they're being saved, they're being sent over. So, bitch, when shit get real and you hope that you get the recognition that you think you're going to be getting, bitch, cut me my check. cut me my check, honey. While you thought that you were gonna advertise yourself on me and use me to get yourself clout, bitch. Your ass got clout, bitch. Now you paying me all. You're paying me a motherfucking full. Pay me my money. So like I said, bitch, be cute, do what you do. Think you doing something, think you're trying to get in. Think I'm a post that fake little escorting. I'm gonna post the escort. Girl, like I said, I don't have to escort. My friends still do. I have two friends that still are into escorting, still into having fun. And bitch, they will tell you, bitch, I can call them both right now. They can tell you, baby, I'm not into that. I don't have to do that, honey. I don't have to do that to be happy. I don't have to do that to get coin. Bitch, if we're talking about, like I said, we're talking about ranking up and leveling up. When you level up and you rank up, bitch, there's just things you don't have to do no more. I wasn't doing none of that stuff because I loved it. Oh my God, I think this is so nice, bitch. I was using what I had to get what the fuck I wanted. Like the true essence of Oshun. That's what Oshun does. Oshun don't sit back and beg for people to give her love and attention and validation. Oshun don't sit back and say, I need to be loved. Love me. Show me the attention. Who loves me? Who's going to love me? Who's going to give me the love? That's not what Oshun does. But she reflect on who the fuck she is, and she know who the fuck she is. She remember who the fuck she is. And she uses everything in her existence, her ever living existence, to say, bitch, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to muster up the courage to step out and say, bitch, listen, you think I'm the hot diggity, 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 diggity? Show me. Show me. If you really love me, honey, a lot of people can say they love me, baby. I need my bills paid. What do you have for me? What can you contribute to me outside of words? Like I said, that's Oshun in the real fashion, honey. There's not no we sitting here, we begging for that. Oh, I needed. Mom and daddy didn't show me love, so now I'm gonna try to get the best way I can as an adult. I'm gonna do stupid ass shit to get it. I'm gonna try to dim other people's light to get it. And I tell y'all, when I come here and I share information with you guys and I talk to you guys, it's not to make it seem like I'm all that and I have it all together and you guys are weak as fucking y'all ain't nothing. And I'm talking to my followers, not these other spiritual people. Like I said, I don't give a fuck about them. I don't check on them. They can kiss my ass. They can suck my titties, bitch. They can eat it too. They can eat it all, bitch. They can eat it all. Because a lot of them look like they do anyway. Hog heads and pigs feet and shit. They look like that shit. Mama's sitting over here talking about prostitutes and escorts and nigga bitches and this and that, but they worship spirits that are either bisexual or two-spirited energies. Because, bitch, you give me a spirit name and I'll let you know, bitch, yeah, that's a female energy that has masculine qualities. That's two-spirit. That's a masculine energy that have feminine qualities. That's two-spirit. And I said a lot of these people worship these energies, and it's like, well, I don't really. If my son was gay, I don't know what I mean. If my child was wanted to be a woman, I don't know what I would do. But bitch, you're dealing with spirits, and you think you and see that's another thing too. I'll be telling people, do your research, because a lot of these people they expose themselves. They go into being I'm a this and I'm that, and then you're like, well, wait a minute, how are you this, but you're also that? That's not possible. Oh, the bitch didn't get scratched. The bitch is talking about Oshun and you my God, but the bitch never got scratched. Bitch, but listen, you got scratched, and none of those energies are with you. You're not manifesting. You're not bringing in fertility. You're not invoking in energy, pulling in beauty, pulling in grace. You're not doing none of that. Whatever Oshun, ye my God, that whatever the hell you think you are, with any spirit that whatever energy that they embodies, you do not represent that. You do not give me sexiness. That's why I said one of these girls over here crying, nobody love me. I need to be loved. Oshun ain't sitting here crying and asking to be loved. Oshun is actually saying, leave me the fuck alone. I'm tired of everybody having eyes upon me. That's Oshun, girl. Oshun don't have to show off her ass. And, like I said, I think people getting that shit mixed up. We're going to do a series. Because I think people be getting it mixed up, girl. They be thinking that they fucking Santaria when they're actually Palo. They be thinking that they'll Oshun when they Wananinga. They be thinking that they Yimaya when they Mama Wanawano. Okay, I know I said her name wrong, but the name is it's a very complex name. Okay, so it's like Mama. That's what y'all be thinking, and y'all be about destruction. Yimayano Shun is not about destruction unless they are provoked, and ain't nobody provoking a motherfucking things, bitch. Like say nobody checking up on you. Show the receipts. Ain't nobody got time for that, girl. Ain't nobody got time for that. Like I said, I have people that can testify, that can give my alibi what the fuck I'm doing throughout the motherfucking day. They can testify, honey. When I get up on here, like I said, I don't be on here every damn day because, bitch, like I said, I don't have time. I'm booked. I'm busy. I'm living my life. I'm taking care of the things and the people that I motherfucking love. And then I come on here and I take care of also my people, my internet people, my kindred spirits, my fellow mystics. But anybody got time to sit here and fight some basic ass fucking shit when there's real fucking shit that needs to be fucking fought. You got your rights being taken away from you every fucking day. We just EPEC just talked about, vaccination, how you have to either have the vaccine or you have to get tested every single day. And it's just like, could you imagine that? Being so called in the land of the free, but you're not free anymore. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine? And I almost want to say it's a self-fulfilling prophecy because everybody's still sitting there making it seem like you're tied down and you're enslaved and you're shackled down when you're not. You're enslaved in your mind. You're shackled down in your mind, but the body and the spirit is free. And you don't believe that. So it's kind of like you're pulling and you're attracting this stuff onto you. And while other people are floating and flourishing and becoming the best they possibly can be, then it's like, bitch, let me sit back and let me motherfucking hate. But like I said, you have people like me convinced that the enemy is somebody who does not look like me. The enemy is somebody who looked the opposite of me, when in fact it's not. They have documents, as I talked about before, that you can do your own research on, of higher powers hiring people. Okay, I don't want to get too loud, but higher powers hiring people to look like you, to commit crimes with you, to put you behind motherfucking bars, and a person's don't get no motherfucking time. And you're like, how is that possible? How was there 3 people there and only 2 of the people end up going to jail and the other person got off for free? Then it's like, well, it's because he got a good lawyer. Oh, okay. Go ahead and think that. Go ahead and play that, girl. You think they're gonna hire somebody to look the opposite of you to work against you and think that you're not gonna know that that's the op? No, bitch, they're gonna get people that look like you to play alongside of you, and you never think, oh, let me tell them everything about me. And now they get your ass right motherfucking together. And I said that's why a lot of these hoes right now, and that's why I put 2 and 2 together, and we're gonna talk about it, bitch, and it's gonna come out because what's done in dark will always come to the light. One of these hoes have an extensive criminal record. When I say extensive, extensive. Mama's picture is right on the side of the shit too, so mama can say that's not me, that's not me, that's me. So I guess, that area, I guess they took your pictures, they just mixed the shit up. They give the case number and everything. Either way, mama should be behind bars. Mama should be behind bars for at least 25 years. Mama literally has been in and out the jail for the past 25 years. And it's like some of the shit she done was some real serious shit. I'm just like, how did she get out of that? And it wasn't no hoodoo and the voodoo, because it was the hoodoo and the voodoo that got you out of prison. Then the same hoodoo and voodoo would have got you money to where you wouldn't have went to jail for stealing out of Kroger's or writing a bounce check or switching out license plates. And you wouldn't have to get a PPP loan. Like, think about that. So the same spirit and the same energy that you knew back then about that, then that, like I said, it would also be helping you out. So you wouldn't have even got arrested. So it's like some other shit is at play here. And that goes into a lot of things, like a lot of the conscious people, like I said, we don't need to drop names because like I said before, they will all fall. They are all continuing to fall. They are continuing to fall. They're going to continue to fall. Because it wasn't built off of honesty. It wasn't built off of integrity. It wasn't built off of realness. It wasn't built off of, I really want to help you. And that's really what it's come down to. So, like I said, I will leave that there because I have things I have to do. But listen, like I said, we're going to be coming back, honey. I just need to get some things off my chest. I just need to let off some ideas that were circulating, because of course, like I said, hoes could never, okay? And that's all I have to say. Hoes could never, ever, ever. That's all we're gonna say. Hoes could never, okay? Ever, okay? I'm getting hiccups and stuff, honey. Come on in here. Mr. Galatis have, of course it is, honey. The energies, honey. Oh God. Something, like I said, something just went down, honey. Something just went down a couple hours ago. Some just went out. It's like I said, there's a lot that's going on. My neighbor had a fire, but this neighbor helped me a while ago when our trash set fire. It was my fault, which was the second time I had accidentally set a fire, which was a few years ago. Mystic, I think a fire spirit caused my neighbors to be house to set fire. They said the mini fridge in the garage caused it from a circuit but no, I feel it was a spirit. This neighbor helped me. Okay, this neighbor helped me set out a fire in my backyard last year. So I think spirit jumped in. So what do you think, Jay? These people are confused that just like this lady I know that was talking down on the country of India and her screen name had Cali in it. That's nothing too. And like I said, I wanna awaken the great awakening to awaken people. And bitch, now we're about to go 10 times motherfucking harder because we know that ain't nobody hollering but a hit dog, and that's why they're still coming. They're still looking. Oh God, like I said, when they stop, that's when I'm like, okay. They're not really, yeah, they don't really give a fuck. But bitch, when they are, it's like, yeah, I don't say names. I bring up shit that only they would know. And it's like, but you have to watch me because you're not just gonna come across my 2 hour long live and say, oh, this bitch wants to talk about me. So either way, like I said, people are culturally appropriating. And I was even talking about this with my sister today about voodoo and Santeria and we're speaking like a gringa here. Santeria and Palo Mayombe and also the good stuff. We were talking about this and how these people who are not even a part of this culture, right? You hear Black Americans say this, right? Because if the other people are so upset about it, then they wouldn't be teaching it to people. They wouldn't be allowing these people to go to Hades to learn it. They wouldn't be allowing these people to go to Cuba to learn it. They wouldn't be allowing these people to go down to the Amazon to learn it. So clearly, these people are okay with what they're being taught. But either way, these people are sitting back and they're watching these so-called Black spiritualists that so-called claim to say that they're doing Santeria and they're doing voodoo. And I'm sure there are some of them who are out there doing. Like I said, I don't check on spiritualists. If I ever mention a spiritualist or I ever somebody brought them up or just happened that YouTube suggestion, but I don't go checking because like I said, until one of them wants to reach out to me and say, hey, I'm willing to answer any questions you have for me, or hey, let me ask you some questions too, then it's like, okay, but you got something to hide. So I don't really trust people that want to walk around and hiding shit, right? This is what I am, but I want to hide. Okay, well, listen, like I said, girl, you put everything else out there. Why can't you talk about this? But either way, it's a red flag when you have people who are African American or Black identifying and they're claiming that they're voodooists, hoodooists, whatever they are, African American, African diasporic, religion based. And they're talking about ancestor money, the Jade Emperor, Hunying, they're talking about Cali, even though Cali was brought over into the Caribbean and all the good stuff. We're gonna, talking about Cali, going into Ganesh, going into Lakshmi, talking about all these little deities, right? And Hathor and even the Egyptian, right? They bring up these deities, but yet they would never date a Middle Eastern man. They would never date an Arabic man. They're always talking about pro this, pro that. And it's just like, but why aren't you talking about the pro-Black deities? They have deities of Africa, outside of Egypt. They have deities outside of Yoruba. Why don't you talk about those? Why don't you do your research on those deities? They have deities that like I said, cater to the Afro-Caribbean people. Why don't you talk about that? They have even going into even America. You have deities in America, which we talked about before. There's spirits that are in the land, Turtle Island, but these people don't want to talk about that. So now you have, once again, like I said, you have people that are on the outside and they're looking and they're saying, well, this is so weird because this Black lady saying she pro-Black and she like only Black people, but she called herself the King Yi, whatever. She's Buddha and all sort of good shit. Like, wait, what? Mama, they're burning ancestor money and shit that she got from the Vietnamese store. And Mama talking about she pro-Black. Mama talking about she working with Lakshmi and Kali Ma and shit. Like, wait, what? And you and like I said, that's the red flag right there. One of the people that saying they're spiritual, but yet they're anti-homo, they're anti-hetero, they're anti-Black, they're anti-white, because like I said, spirit is seeing beyond that. As a spiritual advisor, like I said, people come to spiritualists, right? They come to spiritualists because they have exalted all the other options. So if they can't find a healing and peace in the church, they can't find a healing and peace in the temples and the mosque, and they can't find it from their family. That's when they go to the spiritualist. They go to the gypsy. They go to the, to the free spirited one. And it's like, even they can't even go there because it's like, well, you're homosexual and there's a spirit on you, and I can't really play with that spirit. But it's like, but can you name me give me any spirit that you work with, and I can identify. I'll be willing to bet my money 99% of them has engaged in homosexual activity. There's a homosexual story about them, and or they done some real kinky stuff that could classify them as homosexual or bisexual. I'm willing to bet that. And even going into ancestral, okay, or ancestral, not ancestral, ancestral experiences. And then you sit here and talk about that. Oh, I don't do gay people. They got energy up on them. I don't do people that have butt sex. And it's just like, but Kama Sutra is older than you and your grandmama too. And they got sex position roles and that. So it's just like, wait, what? It's like, wait, mama, what? I listen, mama, I need I need you, yeah, I need you to let me know here, bruh. I need you to let me know here what we really got going on here. Are you really here to help people, or you just see it as a way of making money? Are you really here to help people, or you just see it as a way of making money? Because that's what I think it is for a lot of these people. And like I said before, even going into me, when I used to work for people down south, not really the West Coast, the East Coast, the Northerners. It was the down south people. I really want to get into this hustle too. Like, so y'all really looking only to offer work for people because it's a way to make money. Nobody is coming into this with a trade, with an actual skill. Even going into, like I said before, people are even mentioned too about, I don't charge to do spiritual work because you shouldn't charge. I just ask for donations. You're saying that because you're new, honey. Once you start getting everybody and their mama hit you up and the same person hit you up for the same situation every time hey, I need to read, I need to read it. What is the reading? Oh, I need to read on this, that. Yeah, you're going to start saying, honey, I don't mind giving you a read on that, but I need to get paid. I need to get paid, honey, because yeah, you'll change that story when those people start feeding and pulling that energy. And I was even seeing this too. It was a little panel. Once again, I don't think none of y'all know these people. I don't even think the people that the hating ass bitches know these people. Because they don't identify as the black sector. They're open to everybody and anybody. Anybody can get it. But they had this panel, and this lady came up there, and she was like, she's a very powerful reader. And I'm just like, well, people who are powerful readers don't say they're powerful readers. There's no such thing as that. Going into healers, readers, you're not saying I'm the most powerful spiritualist out there. Ain't no real person saying that shit. That's that ego fed shit. And ego cannot live where spirit is. The higher the ego, the lower the spirit. So she was like, yeah, I just speak my mind, and I'm still learning, I'm still growing. So some days I'm gonna be happy, some days I'm gonna be mad. And the lady who you could tell had that energy, because when she was sitting there talking, she was so poised, she was so elegant, and her words hit. It was like, mama said, well, that has nothing to do with you being a spiritualist and a growth, or this have nothing to do with you doing with you learning your gifts. It's the fact that when you're reading people, you're actually pulling on their energy, and you have to learn how to break that energy and get rid of it. And sometimes you're not going to get rid of all of that. And that's when I need to. I was like, this bitch knows what she's talking about. That's what I said. There's no such thing as I'm going to sit here, I'm going to read 50 or 40 people every day, or 20 people every day, or just sit here and just do open. Hey, I'm going to read you. Because like I said, girl, y'all seen it. Even recently, I was doing readings, and I was like, I'm just gonna do 2 people on here, and it was a lot of energy. And one of the persons, I can't remember, they actually came out, was like, I want a reading, but I could feel it. And I was like, yeah, honey, I'm not tapping into that energy tonight. And no, it was none of my regulars neither. I was like, yeah, I'm not tapping that energy tonight, because like I said, when you're pulling energy from people, you're tapping into them. And it's like, yeah, mama. Yeah, honey. Yeah, I'm not trying to play with that energy today. Another time we can do it, but not today. So that's what I knew. I was like, this bitch knows what she's talking about. And then for this person that she's a powerful reader, how would your spirits not tell you that? You know what I mean? How would your spirits not tell you, ma, or sis, or whatever? How would your spirits not tell you, hey, you need to blah say blah say blah, whatever? So I'm just like, Mama, at the end of the day, okay, at the end of the day, we need to awaken. We need to pay attention to our higher selves. We need to pay attention to what we are paying attention to. What you pay attention to, it grows. A lot of these people are energy vampires. As one of these people that's still living in a car, still living in a car, girl, still living in a car, girl. Mama's like, the bitch is pulling energy. That oh, honey, I don't have to pull energy to get anything, girl. I don't have to. I'm a high vibrational being naturally. I don't do drugs. I don't fuck just to any and everything. I don't drink. People who drink, people who smoke, people who have sex with a lot of people consistently, they need to pull energy. They need to harness energy from other people. People who don't drink, people who don't smoke, people who are naturally high, connected to spirit, they're stronger and more open vessels. So they don't have to prey on people to get their energy. They don't have to prey on people. Even going into brokenness, people that come from a healed place, people who've been through trauma. I had a hiccup there, excuse me. People who've been through trauma, it was like a hiccup and a burp coming in together. People who've been through trauma and who've experienced some shit, once they've come to a healed place, oh, honey, yeah. Ain't no, we need to come out and we need to prove a point and we ain't no doing that, honey. So like I said, bitch, these people that you need to be really paying attention to, honey. Really watching. And like I said, honey, they could be in competition with themselves. Like I said, nothing will make or break me. Like I said, that's why I always give a shout out to my gifters and donors. Once again, these are people that send over stuff without expecting anything in return. They're not saying, okay, I'm going to send you over this amount of money and I want to make sure you give me a reading. Hey, I'm going to exchange this amount of money for this and that. They're literally just saying, listen, here you go. So those people, like I said, they will always have a special place because, bitch, like I said, if it wasn't for them and it was for the people that are contributing and paying for class and events like that, because there's a lot of them, like I said, I don't talk about it because, of course, they don't say you can bring it up, so I don't. And then, of course, coming here, some of y'all in here. So you know who you are. But like I said, if it wasn't for the contribution and it wasn't for those gifters, like I said, honey, yeah, there'll be no point of being on YouTube. Then I'll have to be like these other people and come up with skits and scats and gimmicks and shit to make sure I'm getting a YouTube check and shit. And it's like, girl, been there, done that. It's a fool. And the shit you have to go through just to maintain it, I'll pass. That's how it works for nobody. I'm not trying to go to work and you got a rule and you can't, you only could take a 15-minute break and when you're not on your break, you can't do this and that. Like, ain't nobody got time for that, mama. I want to work. I like being a boss, working for myself, saying what I want, do what I want, and bitch, that's what I love doing. So it's like, yeah, mama, just to get paid, I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna be cute and say, oh, yeah, I gotta, and then like I say, even going into the behind the scenes shit, where going into like other platforms and shit where people could get chastised for doing certain things. Let's say, for example, on the site, you're not supposed to show cleavage. You're not supposed to, use vulgar language. You can't speak about, sex and stuff. Oh, honey, people can pay this site like a certain amount of money each month because they'll give them a cut. They can give them like $10,000. It's called a VIP privilege or something, or they can pay them to basically excuse one or two warnings. And I believe that one person told me, and they're actually very popular on these platforms. They said that after the third time, then that's when they're like, hey, we're gonna have to put you on, pause for 3 hours or 10 days or whatever. And I'm like, I really do feel like that's something should be going on up over here too. Because like I said, when I had that 10,000 people on that other page, honey, it was like, girl, mysteriously you're getting these invites from people and messages from people and this and that and we want you to come. And I'm just like, just because I got 10,000 followers on my Facebook, what kind of privilege does that give me? So you're rewarding me for bringing viewers to my channel? Like, wait, what? Like, anyway, like I said, girl, like I said, honey, to each his own, girl. I'm not that girl. If it happens, it happens. But bitch, I'm not petitioning. I'm not applying. Let me apply to become a partner. We're not doing that, honey. Because if they really watch your ass, honey, all it takes is one good person to deliver one good thing, and bitch, you gotta go. And that's what I'm motherfucking wait for. When it says that channel's making $10,000 plus a month, oh bitch, I need my cut. Bitch, my DMCA's, girl, my attorneys, all those papers are being sent over, ma'am. Trust when I tell you that. It's being sent over. We have documents and files set up, bitch. It's being sent over, bitch. Like I said, there's no problem of taking a trip over there, mama. No problem to filing over there. Taking a nice little trip over there. Oh, bitch, you want to be there, girl? Let's take a little trip over there. Let's petition at that. Let's file at that courthouse. So, bitch, you got nowhere to go. Bitch, that's what it comes down to. Because girls be really think that they be those girls and you're really not. You're basic. You're bummy. And you're motherfucking whack. Okay. Anyway. These people are confused about just like this. Okay, I read that. Chola Winga. Yeah, you know, there's a very aggressive spirit, and she's similar to a Shun, and the fact that it's about pay her bills, but she's rough and tough. So they say, oh, Chola Winga, honey. Yeah, we know about her, honey. Yes. Girl, we know about Chola. Girl, matter of fact, let's see if we can pull up some tea on Chola tonight. Because these girls be saying that they be Oshun and stuff. Let's see if we can pull up because we don't want to confuse the energy. We don't want to put that together. We don't want to put that together. Do we want to put that? No, we don't. Okay. So we don't want to put that we don't want to mix that and y'all don't know what I'm talking about. My sister know what I'm talking about. So let's give a little background on Chola Winge. Okay. Oh, I was saying her other name, Ninge. Chola Ninge. Okay. So she is Mupongo, who rules over rivers, beauty, money, and love. She is associated with sensuality and the fluids of the body, just like Oshun. And see, that's another thing too, because hoes be coming for prostitution. And I'm just like, but Oshun and Yibaya would be sex workers. Oh, y'all would be sex workers. Like, I mean, let's get down with the get down. Chango, Yewa, these are all sexual deities. Papa Legba, Egun, bitch, the third leg, that's a erect penis. And y'all be sitting here really thinking that y'all gonna be coming for people who are in the spirit, who are sleeping deities and or who possess the energies of the deities. They don't gotta brag about it, they don't gotta talk about it because they're about that life. They don't gotta sit here and say that they're Oshun and they ye my God, this and that, and bitch, they have no problem manifesting and get what the fuck they need in motherfucking life. They don't gotta write down checks except for they don't gotta fucking suck everybody motherfucking dick. They don't gotta fucking have 20 motherfucking kids just to prove motherfucking point. They don't gotta tie down a man and do no work on a motherfucking man, bitch, and say they fight men off of them. They don't gotta do that to show that they are connected to any type of powerful deity. But y'all out here worrying and y'all be concerned about these spirits and these energies. And it's just like, but you really with these Orishas and these Loas? Because you don't give me that tea. You don't give me sexuality. You don't give me that you're into. You give me that you're very touched and you're very uncomfortable. That's what you give me, but you don't give me that sexual energy. And you're all sure. And you're uncomfortable with your feminine energy and your feminine curves. It just makes you uncomfortable. It's like a drag queen in heels, or excuse me, a cross dresser in heels. First time dressing up as a woman, he's very uncomfortable with the heels. He's very uncomfortable with the makeup. Oh, I feel so awkward. Are they looking at me? I look a fool. Are they watching me? Yeah, that's first time. That's how they act. So it's like, this is what these people be giving me, honey. This is what people be giving me, honey. So there's a lot in common with Chola Wenga and Oshun. Okay, she's associated with sexuality and the fluids of the body. That's vaginal fluids, that's semen, that's saliva, that's let's get into it. Blood. Okay, Mama Chola or Chola Wenga, common Spanish language, means Mother Chola, a reference to her maternal feminine energy. Mama Chola is seductive, sensual, and flirtatious, but she can turn bitter when crossed. Very similar to Oshun. Oshun is a very, very nice entity. Very, very beautiful, very, very soft. She come across aggressive. But for her to really fuck some shit up, bitch, you have to really fuck her over. And then it's, oh, she's problematic. Yeah, she cut off her friend of 10 years because yeah, she wanted to be the main bitch. But then I have other friends that I've been friends with just the amount of same time, if not longer, and we're still cool. Yeah, honey. She holds a grudge for a long period of time. It lashes out her revenge in the form of destroyed relationships, bloodborne illnesses, and sexually transmitted diseases. By contrast, worshippers that treat Mama, now Oshun doesn't do that. I want to point that out. Oshun does not hold grudges for a long time. She does not lashes out over her revenge like that. And it says in the form of destroyed relationships. So she's not out here trying to sour out people relationships and all the good shit, honey. That's not Oshun. Okay. By contrast, worshippers that treat Mama Chola with respect and love are generously rewarded with unending riches, happiness, and love. Her colors are yellow and gold, and her ritual number is 5. Animal sacrifices used to propitiate Mama Chola with Congo-derived religion. Look, Oshun is like, bitch, don't you read about this? With all due respect to my Palo people, girl, I'm literally reading about this lady, honey, and girl, look, y'all, listen, I'm literally reading, and this shit keeps popping up on the motherfucker. Oh, shoot, like, oh, shoot, it's like, girl, okay, we just gonna do a little more. Altar offerings for Mama Chola includes honey, oranges, pumpkins, and champagne, and they're usually left at the riverbank. Yeah, it's really moving at that. Um, in the syncretic practice of Palamonte, in which Mapungos are associated with Catholic Church saints, the representative of Mama Chola is Our Lady of Charity. That is amazing. There's a lot with her with Oshun, huh? And it says that Mama Chola is sometimes synchronized with Orisha Oshun. Hoodoo, psychic readers, spiritual workers, and root doctors are adherents of the Palo religion and who petition the Mapungos on behalf of clients may petition Mama Chola for love, blessing, marriage, gambling, luck, blessings, fertility, cleansing, crossing. Now, see, I want to say this too, and I'm educating you hoes on something here. For those of you who say you're Oshun and you're not getting the money that you deserve, or those who say you're Oshun and the uterus is sour. For those of you who say you're Oshun and you having problems finding love and keeping love, where you have to fucking do a binding spell on this motherfucker because he's not attracted to your ugly ass. Bitch, I said what I said. He not attracted to your ugly ass. Your food tastes like fucking wood. Your pussy is dry as a fucking cactus. You might need to go ahead and venerate Cholanenga. You might need to venerate Cholanengwe. Okay, you might want to go ahead and venerate her because she has the same characteristics of Oshun, and she likes her offerings to be left at the riverbank. She's about destroying the environment. She wants you to keep the champagne bottle and shit at the riverbank and the glass bottle so the ducks could go ahead and pop it open and cut their foot open and shit like that. Yeah, she's about that. That's what it looked like for here. And I'm being very, excuse me, my fellow, Paulo Monte and Paulo sisters out there, Paulo Kimbisa, there's a lot of Paulos out there. Shout out to my Paulo brother and sister. I'm not being disrespectful. Like I said, I got relatives that are into that. I'm just saying. Some of these hoes are thinking that they be in, I'm connected to Oshun and you're not connected with Oshun. It's just like, mama, so you're the guardian of Oshun's energy? Like, let Oshun tell me that I'm not connected to that energy. Let her tell me that. Let her say, baby girl, you're not connected to that energy. And then, bitch, I don't know when I go to petition her and then they go, Oshun, can you please bless me with this, that? And then she say, no, bitch, you ain't get a motherfucking thing for me. Because, bitch, that's how real Oshun motherfucking is, bitch. That's how real she is. Oshun, can you give me a new car? She said, bitch, no, you're not going to get a new car. And better yet, when you get the new car, bitch, we're going to take the other car from your ass, too. Like, let's talk about it for a minute. Ooh, girl, let me, hold on. Let me, ooh, girl. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Hold on, honey. We got to clip. We got to get that energy up out of here, honey. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. With all due respect, honey. With all due respect. With all due respect, honey. Mm-mm. Yes. Yes, they are. Mm-hmm. Yes, honey. So it's fire spirits too, though. Uh-huh. Earth spirits are connected to sex because if you think about it, honey, you have to, when it comes down to sex, you have the birthing process. That's earth energy. Yes, honey. Mm-hmm. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Also, I think the earth elemental gnomes are a metaphor of gemstones. And that too, you said it. Uh-huh. Yes, honey. See the Muponga spirits reflect how warlike and raw the Congo people are. Yes, honey. Chalawinga is maybe a more warlike side of Oshun. Well, actually, Oshun actually have a warlike side of her, and I won't say the name. We'll say that for something. Oshun has actually, there's several different types of Oshuns, just like there's several different types of Yimaya. And a lot of people don't talk about it. You have old Yimaya, you have young Yimaya. So that's why a lot of people tell you different stories about these deities. They'll say that Oshun is actually Yimaya, and they will actually say that Yimaya is actually Oshun's sister, and Oshun is actually her older sister. Also, the good stuff. They have all these stories. But of course, we talked about, and we'll continue to talk about, we'll say it here, how Oshun is actually connected to the earth and the planetary energies of the sun and the moon, while Yimaya is connected to the planetary energy of Neptune. And Neptune have very Earth-like qualities, right? Outside of, oh, and of course she's connected to Venus too, Ocean. But Yimaya, I was gonna say Nefertiti. Yimaya, Neptune has so many characteristics that's very similar to Earth as well. And we're talking about from a metaphysical perspective. So, of course, going into Pisces being connected to the planet Neptune, and Yimaya means the mother who have children that are fish. And we talked about how the pulp and stuff, their hat. We talked about a lot of stuff, even going into Atun, the Egyptian fish god. Of course, going into the word tuna and stuff. Oh, honey, it gets very deep. So there's a very ancient connection between Earth and Neptune and its powers. And that's why I say a lot of people are so focused on deities, which is cute and all. But of course, you have to know how planetary energies work and how these planetary energies are connected to you. Because solar system, everything in this solar system represents an aspect of you. That's why in your natal chart, you have Pluto, you have Jupiter, you have Mars, you have all these planets, including the um, asteroids and shit within that natal chart, because this all represent aspects of who you are. And that's why they keep saying you look up news and shit. There's an asteroid that flew past Earth that nobody knew about, and then something else comes out. And then they say, oh, another one went through and da da da. Now they're saying another one is coming. So now, like I said, there's a lot of energy that's going to be dealt with on December the 21st of this year. Of this year. And of course, we're going to be doing an event of this year, though, to usher in the new implementing or implications of 2022. Okay, there we go. Yes, honey. So listen, I'm really gonna go now, you guys. I will come back. Okay, I will come back. I know we talked about a lot of stuff, and of course, I just like I said, I have to share some things with you. I have to, share what's on my mind, honey. Okay. Of course, those who are, you know, I don't know. I was gonna say something. I'm not gonna say that. Those who know, and those who hear, those who truly support, are definitely aware of what exactly where I'm going with this and why I said what I said. Everybody else, honey, you're just like, wait, what? Again? Like I said, honey, and we're gonna leave that there. So, like I said, we will be back again very, very soon. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good week. And of course, we'll definitely come back before the new moon, honey. We got a lot to be talking about, honey. Okay. Yes, love and light to you too as well. Sun and the moon ocean has both, but like, or both, just like Bass is that a symbol of duality and power? No, of course it's different acts. Okay, so I know people. Okay, so this it gets a little. This is where the intuition comes in. Okay, so everything that is presented to us is presented to us in a mundane way, but being a spiritual inclined individual, if that's what you are, and of course I'm saying broadly, Jay, not you, because you're obviously spiritually inclined. When things are presented to you mundanely, that's when the spiritual self or the subconscious mind makes the connections. So, of course, in planetary magic, the sun represents masculine energy, the sun represents gold, fatherhood, husband, tree, all that good stuff. Going into the moon represents the feminine energy, fertility, la 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 la, motherhood and healing of the mind, the body and the spirit. Either way, when it comes to these deities being connected to these planetary energies, now we're going into the portals and the gateways of accessing these deities. Now we're going into the fact is that a deity that stands over, let's say, planet, the planet of moon. Of course, people don't consider the moon a planet, but in astrology, the moon is considered a planet. Then of course that means this deity deals with feminine energy. This deity deals with fertility. This deity deals with matters of the womb, and even going into there's male energies that are also connected to the moon. Now these male energies are not able to have children, but of course they're good to help a man or a woman find a wife, or like I said, a man or woman to find a wife, and or for a woman to be prepared for her husband. So that's how, like I said, going into spiritual, inclination and people being, spiritually intelligent and being creative. You use these energies for your purpose, right? What you do is what you do, and your magic is your magic. Going through, once again, it's cute when there's videos out here on how to do love rituals. And today we're going to do a ritual on how to bring money to you. And also, that's cute, but everybody can't do that ritual and get money out of that ritual. Once again, you have to know your lane. You have to know what works best for you. So maybe being creative and saying, okay, spirit, I'm trying to manifest money, spirit. I saw this video about this snap. How can I incorporate this? I said, okay, now, bitch. Okay, why don't you do that altar in your bathroom near running water, which is your toilet? Your toilet always have water sitting in it, and when you flush it, it fills up. So why not do it on the back of the toilet? Like, so I'm just throwing ideas to you. And so, like I said, that's what it comes down to. Versus when things are presented to us mundanely, and people who are not spiritually inclined or people who are not spiritually, connected, they're gonna say, "How is that even possible? How can you burn a yellow candle for money? Like, how does the color yellow even connect to money? Because money is green." And how does burning a candle bring you money? Because that just sounds crazy. Because that means that I could burn a candle and I can do anything with that candle. And it's like, duh. But once again, people who see it from a mundane perspective is going to say, yeah, that doesn't sound right to me. It sounds very crazy that you're lighting candles. And it's like, wait, what? Well, people have been doing it for hundreds of years and have had success at it. I was talking about this to my sister. I was sitting here watching one of my favorite Arabic entertainers that I follow on Facebook, and they had an altar set up. And of course, they didn't say it was an altar. And it was so cute on their marble floor, which was black, right there by the little um, patio. They had the picture of something with 3 candles there, and they had this big ass fucking. I'll put all the candles up there. This big ass Saint Benedict candle. It was so big. And the flame was so huge, honey. It was like, yeah, I kid you not. The top of the candle was right here. This flame was like this. And mama took a picture of it, I guess, to show, like, honey, look at my powers. It's manifesting. I said, word, fellow witch, bitch. Word. So, like I said, the Medellin people were just like, oh, this. I was sitting there reading the comments. Oh my God, that's so beautiful. That's so romantic. Is you and your husband going to get it on tonight? Oh my God, you have 3 candles lit right there. What is that? Is that like incense or something? Oh, I bet your house smells so good. Then the other person, wait a minute, are you Catholic? Are you Christian? Are you Muslim? I thought you were Muslim. Did you say you were Islamic, sister? And it's just like, girl, y'all better wake up. Y'all better wake up, girl. But once again, when mundane people get mundane information, it doesn't make sense to them. When people who are spiritually awakened get mundane information, then other things present itself to you. Like anything. That's why they say look at it from a higher perspective. It is your subconscious higher self, higher place, higher realm, the position of you that reigns in the higher realm is speaking and seeing it like, hey, this is what I'm seeing. Like I said, from the mundane, you're seeing it from the lower level. So you're like, hey, hey, that doesn't make sense to me. So anyway, so yes, like I said, no, it has nothing to do with duality of power. In that sense, Jay, it's definitely dealing with the energies that come from these planets and how these deities could be, or how these energies could be used to manifest energies with the deities. Okay. Even going into yellow, going into, even items, like I said, going into oranges. And when spirits say, this spirit likes coffee, this spirit likes pizza, this spirit, whatever, this spirit is into, berries and stuff. You have to look up, well, what are these fruits and stuff connected to back then? Oh, it's connected to Mercury. And then you're like, wait, what? I don't know. Wait, how is Artemis connected to the planet Mercury? Like that. You're a little like, wait, what doesn't sound right? Once again, going into, like I say, you being spiritually inclined, you know exactly what that means and how to use that energy. Okay. Yes, honey. Anyway, honey. Thank you so much, Jay, honey. I hope you have a good night, honey. Yeah, sure. I gotta motherfucking go, y'all. I gotta motherfucking girl. Listen, wait until I come back, honey. Wait until what? Wait a minute. The new 11, you can actually switch your plot. I had no idea about this, honey. So I'm sitting here looking at what is this? The Window Explorer 11, and you can actually change your presentation. It said that I could make it so I have 2 screens on the same screen. I can have it to where I have one larger screen with one smaller screen on the side. I can have it to where I have 3 different screens lined up. I can have it to where I have one big screen and 2 screens on top of each other on the side. I can have it to where I have 4 screens in the corner, like, oh wow. Then I got it to where there's one big one in the middle and 2 on the side. I want to click that to see what that look like after I end this, honey. Yes, honey, come with you. So strange. I just remembered a dream I had last night. I was in a room with the old school coriander with a cigar, etc. Oh, what do you need a healing on? What do you need a healing on? Didi. We call that spiritual surgeries. For those of you who do not know, a curandero is a healer. Mm-hmm. When you actually go to the Botanica, they actually have where it says curandera, and it actually say, or the Black woman healer. It looks like Harriet Tubman on the cover. You know what? When I go to the Botanica, I'm gonna buy that. I see that a lot. I'm gonna get that, honey. Yes, honey. Yes, Didi. So what do you need a healing on, Didi? Yes, Didi. What's going on? What you need a healing on? We call that a spiritual healing. Back in the day, and of course we'll share a little bit of light because people think they know me. They have no idea. So back in the day, I told y'all I was a model, and of course I'll be done after the show. I need to really, make some calls and go check on some things. So back in the day, I was a model. Okay. Yes, I still got my modeling pictures and stuff and contracts and all that, honey. I kept all that. Yes, sure do, baby. Girl, bye. We got everything still. And contracts too, copies of contracts and all that too. So either way, I literally, I was caught fat a lot because I always had a butt on me. Regardless of how skinny I got, I always had some ham hocks on me, y'all. And I was just called fat. And and that's why I love the America's Next Top Model so much, because the America's Next Top Model just gave the real on how shit really went down. Like I was telling my sister today, I remember there was a photo shoot that we had, and there was a photographer. In my opinion, he was a mediocre for well, he was a mediocre photographer. In my opinion, he didn't give me like, ooh, he shoots a lot of known people, but I guess he's known in California and stuff. I don't know. But either way, um, I'm allergic to bees and stuff, and so I just remember thinking when we did this photo shoot in the middle of nowhere, y'all, in the middle of no motherfucking where, bitch, black and white, okay, and you had like 20 pictures taken. Anyway, I'm seeing this bee fucking circulating around me. And of course, this is not the story, but with this side, I'm seeing these bees fucking fly around. I'm like, wait a minute, I can't take no photo shoot because I get stung by a bee, bitch. I'ma die. And we were like 20 miles outside of the fucking city, y'all. Okay, we were in the Bay Area. We'll keep it there. We're in the Bay Area somewhere. And I was like, oh, honey, if I get stung by a bee, I'm gonna die. And so I'm just thinking this. And the photographer's like, can I talk to you for a minute? And I was like, oh wow, okay. Like a dad yelling at his kid. Yeah. So he's basically getting on me. Like, so you mean to tell me if somebody had a $10,000 bag of cash right here and they told you that you need to take a photo shoot, and because you're allergic to bees, you're not gonna do that photo shoot? And I was like, no, da, 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 da. And he's just going crazy, y'all. Just going crazy at me. And either way, my feelings was a little hurt, y'all. So the first 7 pictures was really, really, really horrible. But y'all, like, he was like, I'm gonna have to have your manager, and he said her name. He's like, I'm gonna have to have her to talk to you because you need to learn how to not show your feelings, right? In photos. Once again, that's how I learned how to take pictures and video. You might be feeling like fucking crap, but to make those pictures look good, one of them is drinking a lot of water. If you're sick, you're not feeling good, you're not in the mood, you're feeling depressed, whatever you're going through, you drink a lot of water, at least a half gallon of water for 5 days for your photo shoot, and bitch, your skin looks over. Y'all can try that too, even if you're not a model. Try for Instagram shit, but you will get. It does wonders. Just plain water. No sugar or nothing for those 5 days neither, but just plain water. So anyway, going into the story. So I wanted to lose this weight, and I said, damn, I gotta lose this weight. And I remember telling my mom this. I was like, yeah, one of the fashion people told me that I almost said the names. One of the fashion people said that even though my waist was 32, okay, the smallest my waist was ever was 30. That's the smallest I could get it. At 30, bitch, you could see my bones, you could see my rib cage, you could see my fucking and we're talking about male sites. You can see my fucking pelvic bone and shit, y'all. I looked like I was fucking sick. So anyway, so I was like, I need to lose weight. So I remember going to Dollar Tree, and Dollar Tree had these diet pills, right? It had to be Dollar Tree. It was either Dollar Tree or Big Lots. So I'm thinking it was Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree had these diet pills, and I remember just popping these diet pills. So I was like, oh my god, I gotta get small. And they were energy boosting, right? And of course, after this, I went into a safe. There's someone told me about the green tea, fat burning pills with ECGC in it. So now I took these pills, honey. And when I tell you, and I forgot what I was even telling this fucking story because I had to take out a little fucking B-side fucking story. Oh, girl. Anywho, so I literally, oh, there we go. So I know I was telling the story because this connects to the curandero. So I literally took these pills, and I had, dark stool, right? My stool was dark. And at that time, I didn't know what dark stool mean. I just knew like, okay, my poop is normally brown. Even at these young ages, I'm like, well, poop is normally brown, but now it's black. And I was asking, what would make my, ask everybody, what would make your stool black? And they're like, are you taking, this, that? No. Ooh. And literally, y'all, I remember I got so sick. We're talking about like, I thought the stomach flu, honey. I ate some grapes. I remember, I'll never forget that. It was some green grapes, y'all. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh. Honey, I got my stomach. It's like the grapes activated something in my stomach to where, honey, I was throwing up everything. It was like, ugh. Anywho, not to get too graphical, y'all. There was clumps of stuff in there. There was blood in there. My mom was like, "Oh no, we need to take you to the doctor because something's not right." We end up going. Of course, my mom was like, "Are you bulimic? Are you anorexic? Are you eating? What's going on?" And of course, my mom had every reason to panic because, of course, being a kid, You get sick with something and you show up to the doctors, they're gonna say CPS, they're gonna say Child Protective Service, they're gonna say, yeah, what the fuck is this mama or this parent doing to their motherfucking kid? Yeah, bitch, we need to get that. We need to get the state involved. So, she asks these questions. I'm not even thinking because I'm just so out of it. Because I'm just, like I said, when I'm sick, I'm out of it, honey. So literally, y'all, literally, coming to find out, I had some shit going on, and I won't even get too graphical with that because that's still a little sensitive for me. But I ended up having ulcers and some other digestive problems, and at that point, I was very, once again, in the known of spirituality, in the known of how angels and spirits work. And I just said, well, listen, sometimes the doctors don't know stuff. I know people that passed away from, misdiagnosis, going even to my grandmother's mother, being misdiagnosed with breast cancer and literally having both her breasts, removed. So it's like, damn, like, oh no, honey. So I just remember going into the spirit and going into an intercession and saying, I need whatever's going on with me to be healed. And of course, I remember the doctor gave me some milk of magnesium and some other bullshit, y'all. Oh, girl. Oh, doctors be really getting to me. And I'm not gonna knock them because they a lot of them are trained, but sometimes it goes beyond just the books. It goes beyond to also their experiences. They should be like, hey, maybe there's something else going on. We need to go to send you to a gastro into whatever. So make a long story short, y'all, I had to take these pills and I had to take milk and magnesium. And I had to eat a calming diet. It was nothing spicy. I couldn't have no dairy, which I should be eating dairy in a motherfucker way. I could have none of that. And to make a long story short, so I had this experience and I was being rushed because I broke my arm before. Another thing y'all didn't know. I broke my arm before when I was 4 years old. And I just remember that pain was just so horrible. I can still remember the pain too. It's so fucking horrible. But I remember being in and out of, sleep, y'all. I'm not gonna say consciousness because I didn't die, but I remember waking up and going back to sleep, waking up, going back to sleep. I just remember that. So they're taking me on the journey down like the hallways and stuff, and I just remembered that. So going into the spiritual experience, so that's what happened. I'm getting pushed down, some type of hallway. I don't know if I was on a gurney or not, but I get pushed down this hallway, and I remember it was really cold. And I was out of it, even in this experience. But as I'm getting pushed into this room, I'm like, oh no, God, don't tell me I died. I died. No, God, I'm dead. I'm dead. What I die? What I die? Oh God, I'm just, being stupid and shit. Well, I'm like, oh my God, I'm dead. Oh my God, this is death. This is the afterlife. I'm being carried into the afterlife right now. Bitch, I'm panicking. So I get into this room and I couldn't see the face, but I saw these big old hands with white latex gloves on. And of course, when I tell this story to people, some people are like, well, maybe you had a flashback of when you broke your arm or, other situations and you're putting this together. No, no, honey, no. This was the experience I had. And coming to find out, bitch, they ended up taking me off the pills I was on and I was only taking milk and magnesium for a couple of months. And my mom could testify to that. So either way, in this room, I'm laid on this table, and like I said, I can feel the area. It was cold, and these big old hands, y'all. Like if I had to equate the hands, it was like the size of my whole fucking body. Okay, and don't ask me how these big ass hands they were to operate with, but they were doing something in my abdomen area, and I instantly was feeling that area warm up. And so my eyes, and even now when I, in waking state, when I go to like the dentist and stuff, honey, I keep my eyes closed. Even if they have shades and shit on my face, bitch, I still keep my eyes closed, honey. Like that relaxes me, that soothes me. But either way, I'm getting all this work on and I'm feeling like warmness and I'm feeling shit flowing through my body. Like anybody who ever had saline in their body, IV, that same feeling you feel when the IV is flowing through you, I was feeling that, but it wasn't cold. It was just very soothing and like, oh yeah, okay. And then of course, a glow with the eyes closed. I'm even seeing this glow, and it was like a gold glow. It was like purple. It was like green. It was like blue, and it was just like, oh my God. And so, anywho, and that's why I loved aqua blue too. By the way, it was a very, very beautiful sky blue. And then literally, I remember this whole situation being done. and I ended up waking up. Now, mind y'all, like I said, a couple of weeks later, you know, I had my doctor's appointment, and I noticed that my stool was coming back into the normal um, color and all that good stuff. Once again, it had nothing to do with diet because, of course, I was eating healthy and all that. And bam, and that was the first experience I had. Now, that was my experience. Now, I've met other adults who have had spiritual experiences very similar to that, who I never told my story to. So it wasn't like, okay, you told me the story, so I'm going to tell you my story too. But I have a friend in particular who had a very serious medical condition within the past 5 or 6 years. And the doctors was like, listen, we're going to have to go and we're going to have to cut you open and cut things out and remove everything. And I just remember telling her, do not let them do that, because that right there is your power. Do not let them cut that out of you. If you were a trans man, if you were somebody who identified as a male, even though you were born in a time with a female, I could see you going without that part. But if you're somebody who identifies as a female and you feel as female and all this good stuff, I don't feel like you should have that part touched with. Unless it's a real emergency, because I can't tell you what to do with your body, but I'm telling you, I don't think that you should do it. So of course they moved into doing the spiritual stuff, and they would always ask me, like, how would I know if this stuff is working? And I'm like, Spirit will always show you. Like, as humans, we're always trying to get the physical proof. We're always trying to, I need to see. Ooh. But Spirit will give you that sign and you will just know. So, of course, this person got in on their work, and I don't want to put their business out there, but they got in on this work, right? And I remember them saying, I was in meditation, okay? And while I was in meditation, I was being worked on. I was having a spiritual surgery. And I was like, spiritual surgery, girl. And I believe there's a gospel song called Spiritual Surgery. But I was like, girl, what do you mean? Tell me the story about this. And so she's running game. Fast forwarding, you guys, within months of this experience that this person had, they actually had this condition that they had completely disappear. And the doctors, oh, come on in here. The doctors was amazed because they said, well, this is so weird because, and then of course they're saying, well, you can't be too excited because they can always come back. And if you don't, you're either going to have to get them surgically removed or you're going to have to get your whole area taken out. And I just told her, like, no, honey, don't let them tell you that. Like, everything, God is always in control, honey. The Most High is always in control. The universal God is always in control. And that's where men get it fucking twisted. When men think they're in fucking control, you have to surrender to a higher power. And when you surrender to a higher power, that's when things work out the way it should work out. And it's always for the better. Oh, come on here. Because like I said, we're going to talk about something later this week. We're going to talk about something later this motherfucking week. But either way, spiritual surgeries, honey. So there's something you need a healing on. I'm Dee Dee, and Spirit is saying it is time. Okay, there's something you need to pay attention to. Okay, yeah, there's a good one in LA. My mind. So what is that? What is that? What is that? What is that? I'm Dee Dee. What is that, hon? What is that? Are you talking about the photographer? Dee Dee, you better talk about that photographer. You talk about that photographer? Listen, she better be at. She better be at. She better be at, honey. Anyway, y'all, let me go, okay? People also always think there's this eternal bottle of the devil and God, and that it had something to do with the black people and their oppression. Oh, Kilimanjaro in LA. There's a good one in LA. Okay, so you trying to get a physical healing. Does the person in that dream, we were talking about a spiritual healing here, honey. But the person that you had the dream about, is that who it is? Is it connected to the person in LA? Now I'm gonna tell you this and I'm gonna be done, Jay. I do feel like the oppression of black people is a spiritual thing. And I don't think it's because the white man is this and the black man is God, and the white man want to prove that the black man is not God. I do feel like before, and I will always say this again because someone talked about this in the recent past. I do feel like everyone have their chance around the sun. Everybody have their chance of having power. Come on in here. Everybody have had that chance. And so some people, when they've had their chance, they blew it. So I do feel like when it comes down to, oh, come on in here. When it comes down to certain things, I feel like information was given out. And the only people who didn't bite the apple were the black people. I'll keep that there. Like I said, I won't go into that. And that's why everything else now, people are just like, now people are coming out of the slumber and they're like, well, it doesn't make sense to me that nobody else is experiencing this and nobody else is that. And I'm not experiencing whatever. People are saying, yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. But trust me when I tell you this, honey. Trust me when I tell you this. And I'll be gone. Like I said, I gotta go. It's something else, some more now. I gotta go. Listen. When it comes down to it, everything, like I said, it all deals spirituality. And we're gonna leave that there. Okay. We're gonna leave that there. No, it was a black woman with a cigar and a big clothes like in Brazil. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah, that's what they have on the herb bath when you go to the Botanica. Yes, honey. I feel like that's spiritual. Like Prata Velha. Come on in here. I know that's right. I know that's right, Jay. I gotta look at Jay. Jay be knowing, honey. Jay be in the knowing, honey, huh? Jay be in the knowing. Look at Bella. She act like she not asleep. Okay, I'm gonna have to leave y'all in here, okay? I know it's warm in here, huh? Damn. I'm just not here. Anyway, y'all, bye for now, everybody. twospiritmystic.blogspot.com, 28spiritmystic.gmail.com. And I'll definitely be seeing you guys again very, very soon, okay? Bye for now.